introduce her not just through her walking gallery, you see her painted jackets all around the conference, but by who she is. I mean, she is one of the bravest individuals I've ever met. She is someone that cuts to the core of what matters, and she's someone that truly speaks from her heart. And I'm very, very glad to have her here with us today and for the meeting. And with that, Regina Holliday.
I'm very excited to be here. I'm excited to be paying what people are talking about and also being part of the breakout sessions. It's always incredibly exciting and refreshing, especially to be an event like this one where everyone's sparking and they're thinking so hard and they're very, very present. And we're talking about the picture of care, right? So I thought this would be a great image to start my deck. We have this triumphant image often within healthcare of this doctor at the wheel and hopefully patients and caregivers and family members all working together. That's like the vision of what we're trying to create. And often it's a really hard vision. So I paint about those visions. And I paint them about those visions on the back of people's jackets. And there's a few attendees here today. You should ask them about their jacket stories. And I paint about them on walls and at conferences. And I've been doing this since I was a small child. So people were asking me, and they're like, how do you listen and paint at the same time? And I'm like, I've been doing this my whole life. So when I was a small child, and I would be in church, I couldn't sit still. So my mom would tell me to draw the sermon. And I did that. And I did that hundreds and hundreds of times. And in my mom's drawer at her house in Oklahoma, if you go there, you will still see all my church drawings in a drawer, because she loves them so much. And so when I had children and they couldn't sit still, I said the same thing to them. I said to my oldest son, Freddie, when he was little, I said, okay, you can't sit still, that's fine, just draw the sermon. And he did it too. And then one Sunday, I was watching him draw, and it was a very bizarre picture. So the picture was a giant half circle, a bunch of little people in the middle, and then a bunch of little houses at the bottom. And I did preschool art. I taught little preschoolers how to draw. And so I looked at my son's picture and thought, this is really disturbing and wrong. So what from the sermon got this picture? So I said, Freddie, what are you drawing? And my son Freddie said, I'm drawing Noah's Ark from below. Okay, now think about that, right? So I have seen hundreds of drawings of Noah's Ark in my life, many of them on puzzles, right? And it's usually this big rainbow and these triumphant animals and people and a large boat sort of like that. And that is an amazing picture. And it is only one picture, is the picture from above. And I find we very rarely in healthcare tell a picture that is below. And often that's a patient story. So this is my husband, Fred, and he's a great guy. He's hilarious. I met him in a scenic painting class at Oklahoma State University that we were both taking. We're huge procrastinators. We would get at the building at 10 o'clock at night, and we would have a painting due at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure you guys have never done this, right? And so we would paint all night long, and we'd get these huge fights because I was a Garth Brooks fan, and he was a Metallica fan, and I was a Lutheran, and he was a Catholic, and I was a Democrat, and he was whatever was not a Democrat. And so by 3 o'clock in the morning, we'd throw brushes at each other, and we realized after an entire semester of this, we'd fallen in love. So we got married. I was 21 years old and was married, and I dropped out of school, started supporting my husband as he got a master's degree, and he got a PhD. He wrote his dissertation on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I will warn you, there are not many jobs in the Buffy field. But he's a great guy, hilarious, and the challenge was he really wanted to be a college professor. So I worked retail, and I painted murals, and I taught pre-K art, and my husband, he was adjuncting universities. Adjuncting is evil, okay? So adjuncting, there are no benefits. You work the same caseload, and you get almost no money, okay? So between my husband and I, in 2007, 2008, we had 6 jobs, okay? And we couldn't afford family health care. No family health insurance, okay? I had a retail job that covered me, didn't cover the family. We had to pick, do we want to pay rent, or do we want to pay for health insurance? We chose rent. So, my husband got a job at American University in 2008. It was great, he loved it. He was really, really busy, and he was working all the time, and he got tired. And he went to the doctor, because guess what? He finally had insurance. And the doctor asked him some questions. Because he had hypertension. You know, and he's like trying to figure out, why do you have hypertension? He's like, does your mom have hypertension? Yes. Now, My mother-in-law has a little weight on her too. Fred had lost a ton of weight. Why does he have hypertension now? He'd actually been losing weight that summer. He started losing weight so easily that he went on a diet, lost more weight. I thought, why is a man who's dropped about 60 pounds diagnosed with hypertension? They said, well, it's genetic. It's because of his mom. So my husband got tired and fatigued, and he was in a lot of pain. And as we went into January 2009, he was in excruciating pain. He had horrible rib pain. Got diagnosed with broken ribs from coughing. Now, my husband was 38 years old at the time, so I thought that was unusual. But they said this just happens. Some people explosively cough. And then he started having excruciating lower back pain. And he was put on a lot of pain pills. So he was on 4 types of pain medication. 2 of them are narcotic, 2 types of muscle relaxants, 4 types of laxatives by March of 2009, and we didn't have a diagnosis. And then in late March of 2009, we actually got him admitted into the hospital. That's because I demanded an MRI. I said, hey, you've been seeing my husband for 6 months and you don't know what's wrong with him. So why don't we get one of these MRIs? And my husband did it. He got a CD from an MRI clinic. He brought it into his doctor. And 4 days later, she said we should go see an oncologist that she knew, gave us the phone number, and that was the end of the phone call. That's the primary care physician. You do understand the primary care physician's power through your life. That is the person who can navigate your care and make sure you get appropriate care, but nothing happens if they drop you. So we went to this oncologist, which actually I had to look up because I didn't know what that was. It is a cancer doctor, okay? And my husband, this is a painting inspired by him going to the hospital. So he went into the hospital on March 25th for tests, and I left him there. And I didn't know you do not do that. You do not leave your loved one in a hospital. But I was supposed to work at the toy store where I worked, and I was supposed to take care of my kids. And so he was told by himself alone that he had tumors and growth throughout his abdomen and a 3-centimeter tumor in his kidney, and he was super upset and worried and didn't know what was going on, and he asked me to come as soon as I could. And I did. I ran to that hospital as fast as I could, and I asked to speak to the doctor, and the doctor in charge of my husband was not there anymore. I went to the nurse's station and said, I need to talk to him. I thought I'd find out what he said to my husband. They said, well, he left for a medical conference, and he'll be gone for the next 4 days. If your doctor is out of town in a hospital, you have almost no access to information. So I walked down these hallways where there were computers up and down the hallways, and all the nurses at these computers on wheels. And I said, please, can I see the information about what was said to my husband? And they said, we are not allowed to show you that. So more tests happened, and we just waited in that room, and waited in that silence for someone to tell us what was going on. On the 4th day, an on-call doctor came in the room. And we said, Fred had more tests. He had a PET scan and a bone scan. What was the results of the test? And she just looked at us. She said, you mean no one's talked to you? I said, no one talks to us. She said, it's spread everywhere. It's in his bones and it's in his lungs. And that night I went on my home computer and I typed my husband myself. He had stage 4 kidney cancer. When Fred's doctor got back in town from his medical conference, he went to my husband at 7:30 rounds and said, so, I understand that your wife is asking questions about this case. Now, my husband had worked in food service for many years, and he didn't want to make waves. See, he knew exactly what happens to your hamburger if you complain about it. He said, yes, my wife's been asking questions. And the doctor said, well, if little Miss A-type personality has questions, she should come to my office hours to ask them. And this is a painting of this day. He never closed the door. He never stopped answering the phone while he's trying to talk to me. The nurse in pink, she wants to know why someone's parking in the wrong parking space. And the transport clerk in blue, she wants to know whether Miss Rosen's chemotherapy suite will be available later today. And all the while, he's speaking so fast and using words I don't understand. I say, please, could you slow down? Because I've got to look up these words online. And he said to me, I don't like people who look up words online. I said, I'm sorry, but my only way to understand you is to look up these terms because I don't have a background in medicine. He said, that's right. I'm the one with the background in medicine. I'm the one with the medical degree. And if you look at that wall in the background, there's a piece of paper. It looks like it's a diploma, but what it says on it is, I have the medical degree. And if you look off to the side, there's a really fancy portrait of his family. But if you look in the shadows behind it, in those shadows, that's our family. Because this is just a moment in the busy workflow of a doctor. This is just an uppity wife who's asking questions. But it's a moment that's ending a life. Fred was transferred to another facility with an out-of-date, incomplete medical record and transfer summary. Unfortunately, because of that, he did not get care. He suffered and was in immense pain because of this. Fred was transferred multiple times. He was hospitalized for 11 continuous weeks in 5 facilities. And during that time, we had lack of access to information, excruciating pain, lack of action on actionable data, because no one was reading the medical record. So what I did is I painted a really large mural in Washington, D.C. It's called 73 Cents. That painting is 17 feet by 70 feet. If you want to find it, it's the same block that Pizzagate just happened. Okay? So powerful block, lots of stuff's happening in that block. This is a painting I did about who teaches you how to be a patient. See, those are all toys. Those toys used to teach you how to be a patient. But now we have technology that teaches us those things. Whitney's here, and this is her jacket story. When I came up, I did the walking gallery. I said, listen to my friends. I want to paint on the back of your really expensive jacket, and it's going to be your story, and you're going to walk around medical conferences, and there are 56 brave people who said yes, okay? Whitney was one of those kind of people. And so what I painted on the back for her is a toy. It's by Radical Toys. It's called a 20 question ball. I'm sure some of you guys have played with the 20 question ball. Yes. Okay, so this one's the 20 question ball of medicine. What if there was a simple device that asked questions within medicine, and we gave it to patients in waiting rooms while they were waiting? What if it asked questions like, is there blood in your urine? See, my husband was asked that question, and he said no, because he thought literally he would see blood in his urine. See, the beautiful thing about the 20 question ball is it knows you're stupid. So it asks a second question. How about, is your urine orange? And then my husband would have said yes. We have to ask good questions to get to the right answers. I painted this painting about data sets. This is actually HCAP scores combined with clinical scores at George Washington University Medical Center. And it's wonderful, and it shows what was going on in 2010 with that hospital's data. But what's really frustrating today, when I look in 2017 at the same data sets, they're almost unreadable. Go to hospitalcompare.gov now and see how easy it is to compare hospitals. Unless you're a medical librarian, it is not. I painted this painting about meaningful use. That's Captain Sebelius pouring coffee. It's kind of stimulus, okay? And she's trying to give it to the patient, because the concept within meaningful use in part was there should be a core measure that patients be able to get to data. I was one of the people who made sure that was a core measure, and we helped that it would improve our lives. But as we see, legislation can be overturned. Data needs to move. We need to understand it. We need to be able to get to it in order to be able to provide the best care. Right now, this was a painting done in 2013 when we had government shutdown, and I just thought it was so angst-ridden. There's Farzad and Claudia Williams. They've got their bags and they're leaving because everybody got pulled out. People who work for the government were pulled out, and to this day, the same thing's happening. So many of my friends in government are gone now. And how are we going to get the change that we need? This is Lori Max Rumer. She's a wonderful woman who's suffering cancer journey again. So now she's a 2-time cancer survivor. And she's built into the ground. She goes on Twitter and on Facebook, his name is Regrounding. And it's so powerful because she's grounded in the soil. She's a mother, she's part of her community, and she's fighting this cancer journey and showing others. This is Ted Smith's mother. When she was in the hospital, you look at her, she can't understand what's going on. All the puzzle pieces are missing, and the doctors aren't looking at each other. This is a jacket that was done for a mother that unfortunately her daughter has gone through addictive behavior. She has been a drug user in her past. But when she broke her clavicle and tried to go to the hospital, they didn't want to treat her just because she in the past had used drugs. This is the journey that we are on together, right? We're in the dark of the forest, and we're walking hand in hand, patient and provider. And what happens when we get to that end of that journey? One of the things that frustrates me greatly is our autopsy rate in this nation is now less than 2%. So if we're going to talk about data sets and access to information, what about the final check? In no other industry do we not do the final check. This is a jacket I did for Matthew Holt, and it's called ACEs, because this is about a study the CDC did with Kaiser Permanente, where they showed that if a family member, a child, basically grew up in a household where they were utilizing drugs, they were using drugs inappropriately, alcohol inappropriately, there was abuse within the home, that person had ACEs scores. And if you had 4 ACEs, your chances of having a heart attack were 200 times that of the rest of society. So you look at my jacket, right? I'm Little Miss A-type personality. Everybody laughs, it's very funny, isn't it? Well, I also have 4 ACEs. I went through all the things that lead to you to have a heart attack. So this is a painting I did called I Rock in Fullness. In this painting, it has my husband as he's dying, and it has my father, who was an abuser, and being held up. Because the past that we went through and the present we're in affect each other. Time is not linear within care, and everything you've ever been is going to affect your present when you're trying to get service. And this is what I want you to remember most of all. When my husband was in bed in a hospital, his son could hold him still. This is why we are doing everything that we do, to make sure that these last moments are beautiful.